cash, not from YouTube. Baby girl face to 8. I done been booted since noon. Barely can feel my face. Walking around high as hell. Nigga all in my place. Really be bullin', Tasha coolin'.
Hey, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It's the one and only Mariano, and today this video is gonna actually be very different from the video I usually do. I usually do like really whatever comes to my mind I do, but this actually gonna be a series on my channel. I'm gonna start today. I'll be doing a retelling of the Impact episode 1. I'm gonna try to do every episode. I don't know how many episodes this season has, because I know last season 1 was kind of shorter. Like they have like 6 or 7 episodes, so I'm gonna try to do every episode, tell like a review, give my own personal opinion on things, and help you guys understand what's going on. Some things you don't understand, I'm gonna try to help you understand them more. So let's get right into it. Actually, we're gonna do like a little background of the show. So basically, if you don't know what this show is, the show is called the impactatl. It's basically all the who's in Atlanta, like everything you see on Instagram with these fashions, the blog, the shade room, all that type of stuff. This basically who these people are. Like you see them every day on Instagram all day long. So basically you get it from your phone screen to your TV screen. So the cast member we're gonna be introducing, we got Ari, Lakeyah, Tuson, Karlae, did I miss somebody? And Des. Episode 1, it starts off basically. The show starts out introducing Ari. Ari introducing being the narrator, basically telling like these are who's of Atlanta. This is the Impact ATL. Kind of gives like she's the narrator, showing who we're gonna be seeing this season. The show starts off with Ari in Miami on a boat with Moneybag Yo.
You give me that house right there. That's a yes, right? Yes. But
they get into more different things, marriage, moving to a different city, things like that. They talk about their relationship, not rushing to get married. Because I feel like with them two, the internet wants, she buy like every occasion, like every holiday he buys her a ring. So I feel like that hypes the internet up to like, when y'all get married. And I just feel like they chilling right now. I feel like she knows he has a lot of kids, and I feel like that's not something she really wants to do at this very moment. Because when you got a lot of kids, you know, that child support debt comes to your spouse debt too. So I feel like she knows that. Like, she's not dumb. We all know that Ari not dumb. She have a very calculated mind. So I feel like she knows that, so she's not rushing to get married. And who can blame her? This man got like 8, 9 kids, something like that. She knows, like, she make her own money. She's trying to get to the billion stage in her life. She don't want like that debt to become her debt. So why not just wait a while? And the next segment goes to Ari talking about her businesses and how she need to get a jet and things like that.
my business is building my global empire. That's where them real millions at.
How she got all these different business ventures like Remedy Swim, her makeup line, and things she does for Instagram, stuff like that. The next segment, we go to Lakeyah. Now we knew Lakeyah from last season, so she's a returning cast member. We go to Lakeyah album release party, which is the song One.
Glad that y'all came out for me. This is gonna be a low key, don't nobody know, privately listening party. Run that shit back.
Lakeyah, where you run it one more time.
Good. She rented out this store to have her single release party in, and they were vibing out to the song. I mean, I think the song is a very catchy song, and she basically talks about how she finally is ready to reach the level of potential in his rap game. Now, if you listen to Lakeyah, I think she actually got really pretty good music, but I feel like she don't get the momentum and hype that some of these other female artists get. I feel like personally, I like her music. Like, I feel like she make catchy, real life songs like about her life and things like that.
Me love, I had to show him the proof. I'm a problem. These other bitches see a wave.
But it is similar to what we already have in female rap. So I feel like she don't get the hype that she deserves, but she definitely make catchy, good music. And then she performed the song, then we go on. The next segment is Tay. We get reintroduced to Tay again. He talks about how he does all these celebrities, how he's battling his time from New York to Atlanta because he does all these celebrities' hair, like Nicki Minaj Dream Doll, Ari, people that we see on Instagram on his page. He does the hair. He's spending a lot of time in New York, and he's trying to contemplate, should I move or should I stay? And how he plans to take over the fashion industry. Now, if you know, you already know he can do hair, but he also can dress. Like, he's known for his fashion, so he's trying to take over the fashion industry too. And then he's talking about that with Tuson. Him and Tuson meet up.
Spending a lot of my time in New York because this year I want to conquer the fashion world.
And we get introduced as the new cast member, one of the new Tuson. If you watched last season, you know that Tuson's on the season one a lot, and they want him as a main cast member. I think he was a friend of the show, like with Ari and Tay, but they want him actually as a main cast member because they say he was bringing all the ratings.
Tuson, when I tell you you stole the show, you stole the show.
Okay.
Which he was Tay's assistant. That's how he kind of got known and got to be around people like Ari and Tay, because he was Tay's assistant. Tuson talks about how he wants to show the real side of him, the thing, not just the comedian side, like the being funny or, but he wants people to know him for his music, and he wants to kind of express that side of him this season. So
Show people more sides of me. I'm more than just a friend or assistant. I am very talented, and I'm ready to just achieve my own goal.
in the next segment, we go into Des Dior. We get Des Dior is a returning cast member. She was on season 1. Many of y'all know her as Jada's best friend, which Jada's no longer a part of the show anymore. So it's kind of like Des is kind of by herself. Kind of got to venture through all these people that aren't already on the show. They've been on the show, but she's kind of like alone, because you know her and Jada was like the duo. Des talks about how she was on Future and Mariah the Scientist.
Official tour opening up for Future alongside Mariah the Scientist. It's been the biggest crowds, the biggest stages. The girl is in an arena now. Things are getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
And she talks about modeling in Vogue and how that was a big deal for her, like in her career, like when you be in Vogue, like that's like huge in like the industry alone. Like it's like, damn, you really done made it at that point. You get to talk about being in Vogue. Also in fashion, she talks about she was in Fashion Week, and then her manager MJ, which that's who she was talking with, called her and tells her that they postponed her show. They postponed the show so that her family was coming. So she had invited like all her family to the show, and they basically postponed it. So she was real devastated by that because she wanted her mom and her family to still perform, and now they postponed the show. So she was real like heartbroken about that. She ended up calling her mom and had to break the news to her.
Let me call my mom. Mommy, guess what? Bad news.
That she's not going to be able to see her on tour, because I'm guessing, like, I don't know if that was like the last city or like that was the closest city that her family could come to, so they won't be able to see her on tour perform. So she was real devastated about that. Then we get introduced to Karlae. The next segment is Karlae. We get introduced to Karlae now. lakeyah kind of introduced Karlae for us. They would meet up for, I guess, I would say lunch, but it's kind of like they were just lounging like a lounge bar. We was getting introduced to Karlae, which is Jerika, but we all know her as Karlae.
My name is Karlae. My real name is Jerika Karlae, but most people know me as Karlae.
So if y'all don't know Karlae was the rapper Young Thug girlfriend. That's how I know her. That's how I knew her as. I knew when I saw her like was gonna be on the show, I knew who it was. And we'll get on that later on in this video. I will kind of break down and explain I feel like why they put her on this show, because you're gonna I feel like it's all gonna unfold for y'all anyway, but I'm just kind of break it down so y'all can understand why I think the reason they picked her for this show. Karlae talks about how she was a brand ambassador, a rapper. She was the original like it girl before like the Jada, the Aries, and Ruby Rose, people like that. She was doing this like way back when.
Brand ambassador for several companies. I've been a prominent influencer since 2014. I'm the OG in this shit.
She still signed the Young Thug label, even though they're not together. She still signed, I guess. She talks about how Young Thug case and how she dropped her project, or I don't know, I'm not gonna lie, I don't keep with her music, so I don't know if it was a project or a single. And she just felt like the momentum wasn't there because everything was going to the YSL label and Young Thug getting indicted, things like that. She just felt like that the momentum wasn't really there for her. It kind of like killed her, like kill her mood, I guess, for making music anymore or something like that. She still make music, but at that point in time, I guess she felt like that just kind of killed her mood. Gets into how we get a kind of like clip of her and Tay used to hang out, and they used to be real close, but allegedly, I'm gonna say allegedly because I don't know what was said, so I'm just gonna say allegedly. Allegedly, something was said. She said something about Tay, and they kind of like killed their friendship. And
something I supposedly had said is just so much he say, she say, and all I know is I would love to talk about it.
Gonna play out longer in the season. I'm also gonna, if you watch this episode, you're gonna hear Tay say that he don't really want to get into it with her because people gonna be wondering like what happened, what was said, which people gonna find out regardless. And I feel like the one I'm gonna say, because it's gonna drag out in this season, I'm pretty sure. Let's say how Tay used to do her hair, and then she get into like her and Dez was working on the EP, but Dez never cleared. I guess, I don't know, it was a song, or I think they said song or EP. Either way, a EP is basically where it's basically like a mini album. I don't know if it was a song or EP, but basically Dez didn't clear some type of song. So if an artist don't clear a song, or let me break this down to y'all also, because some of y'all might not understand what clear a song means. So let's just use this as an example. So if I use the song, put it on the floor, I get in the studio and I want to make kind of like use the beat, put it on the floor, or kind of like, yeah, we're just gonna say use the beat. And I'm an artist now. I cannot put that song out into the rapper Lotto, which who may put it on the floor, clears it for me and give me the okay, or I pay her some type of agreement or money, or her labels agree that I can use this song, this beat, I mean, and then I can put my song with the beat, put it on the floor, if you get what I'm saying. So basically, you cannot put out a song to the artist or they label clear it, which is, there's the independent artist, so she would have to clear it. It's kind of like legal stuff. So she basically said that Dez never cleared the song and they don't speak anymore. Then we leave that and we go back to Ari. Ari's in Los Angeles with Moneybag Yo. We never see Moneybag Yo, but I guess she's just out there supporting him while he doing his thing. She's with her son, your son, and her friend. They talks about how she never been married. She never had a relationship foundation. Like, I guess her mom and father was never married, so she never really, growing up, she never really seen what a strong, healthy relationship. Like, she never had that foundation laid out for her, so she doesn't know what that looks like. Then she get into asking her son, is he ready to move to Miami? Then she get a call from Tuson. He wants her to come to his party that he having, and she was like, she'll make her way out there. Then we end up back to Karlae. Karlae is picking out outfits to go to Tuson Party. She's ready. She thinks she's finna talk to Tay. She got her stylist picking out outfits for her. She's trying on different things. She was like, this the one. She ready to go have a conversation with Tay. Then she sits down and talks about her issue with Dez doing Mariah the Scientist in the Mariah the Scientist concert.
The time when Dez extended the invite to Mariah's concert, I felt, and the next day I ended up hitting her up, and she went blank. She didn't answer her phone. I ended up finding out Thug and Mariah at the time was seeing each other. It was something that was everywhere, all over the internet. Meanwhile, Thug and I was taking a break.
So basically, Dior hit up Karlae and invited her to Mariah the Scientist concert. And then a couple days later, she never got back with her, so she never made it to the concert and never... Basically, Dior just ghosted her. That's basically what she was saying. So if you don't know, like I said, I'm going to get into this in the video. Karlae used to date Young Thug. Now, present day, 2023, Young Thug and Mariah Scientist is a thing. Yes, Young Thug is still in jail, but Mariah Scientist holds their thing. I feel like they haven't, if you can Google and type in Mariah Scientist and Young Thug, you will see pictures of them, but they haven't really just be popping on people. They don't really just be popping out for real. I don't know how long they was dating before he went to jail. I don't know, I'm not sure, but I know they was dating for a while. And if you don't know, Mariah Scientist dated Lil Yachty. If you go back and listen to a lot of her songs, she would talk about how he came in and found her on the bathroom floor, different things like that. All that is about Lil Yachty. They used to be a thing. After they broke up, I guess she started talking to Young Thug. I don't know if Karlae and Young Thug just broke up or he was like cheating on her with Mariah DeSantis. But Dior and Mariah DeSantis are friends. So I guess she didn't want to be looking like she's hanging with Karlae and their friends. Everybody know their friends. If you pay attention, Jada, Mariah DeSantis, Dior are always hanging out. Even Dior and Mariah DeSantis have a song together called Stone Cold. So all that kind of plays in this. And I knew when they kept talking about this on the show, I knew before you would watch later episode, what Ari gonna say, I knew then it was about Mariah DeSantis. I knew then. That's why I said I feel like they put Karlae on this show because they knew all that was gonna play a factor in this. So basically after that, we finally get to the main event, Tuson Party. Tuson is there, then Karlae walks in, they kind of chop it up, and Tuson was like, I didn't really invite her. She had to come with, I guess, the boy that he invited.
I had to come with D-Russian because I didn't invite her.
And finally, Dez walks in, and then her and Tuson talking to him. And I just feel like, from a viewer standpoint, you can feel like the producers of this show try to make it seem like it's tense. Like they kept, when Dez walking in, they kept putting the camera on Karlae making all these face expressions, and then Dez kind of like playing like dumb, like she's not really stunning Karlae, like she's not here for her. Like that's basically what Dez came in as. Dez and Tuson chopping it up and all that type of stuff. Then Ari walks in. She was telling Tuson how like she had to like drag to get here. Like she made it, but like it was like hell for her to get here. So Karlae and Ari talking, and basically Ari's gotta drag Karlae over here to talk to Dez. Dez sitting on the couch, looking like they kind of just looking in the face, and then finally start talking, and both of them talking in circles. Karlae was like, "Oh, I'm just talking about like you never gave me a call back." Like really not saying the issue that you had with her. Dez like, I catch a lot of vibes in the studio. Like this ain't really my problem. Like I'm kind of like lost. I don't understand what it is. We was never friends. Like I catch a lot of vibe. We just was vibing. Like we just like Dez made it seem like it was more of a business relationship, and Karlae made it seem like they had. Like they was friends, they was in the studio like kicking it. They was friends. Like she felt like a genuine friendship for her, and Des was like, oh, they were just a vibe. They were just business. We just was working together, I guess.
What's going on?
What you mean?
I guess like maybe just like the weird spaces between us.
What weird space?
The space between like me and you in the studio every day, hanging out, drinking, having fun,
That was
making
a
hits.
minute ago.
So for 2 or 3 minutes, they just keep on going in the same kind of circle. Like this is both like not getting to the root. So Ari finally says it's about Mariah, which that's what when I first watched it, that's what I was thinking. This is about Mariah DeSantis. Like I understand she's on the show. I don't know if they don't want to say her name, but this is what this really is about. Like Karlae is mad about Mariah.
It's about Mariah.
That's what it's about. And it is what it is. I don't know why it took them so long to say that, but that's what it's about. So basically Des is like, if it's about that, we can't talk about nobody that's not here. That's basically how she put it. She was like, we can't talk, she's not here to defend herself, so we're not gonna like, I'm not gonna speak on her basically. And she get up and leave. And then Karlae was like, she's not really here for like the fake BS. And then the episode basically goes off. Then we get what's gonna go on this season. So my final thoughts on episode 1. Episode 1, I think it was a pretty good episode to show of what's gonna come for this season. All this, you know how it was last season where what started in episode 1 trigger all the way down to the episode. And I feel like why say they put Karlae on this show. Karlae is gonna be the new villain on this show. And sorry to tell y'all, at first I thought it may be Des, but I think it's gonna be Karlae. From like the show standpoint, it is. Now from the viewers, people saying on TikTok that Des is weird. Cause like why you just didn't tell? Why you saying that they weren't friends? Like I keep getting a lot of that. I keep seeing a lot of it on TikTok. So I feel like maybe people will do Des like they did Jada. Maybe I guess you have to just keep watching the season. But I feel like as the show, they want to put Karlae as the villain on this. And I feel like now that Jada is gone, Ari's kind of like it's her show now. Like she's in the front center. We get the most setting from Ari, and hey, just is what it is. I would have did episode 2 because these episodes came out together. I'm gonna split it up and make another video just because I don't want this video to be so long that y'all get like shrugged out of this, like y'all get tired of watching. So I'm gonna just split it up into another video. So after this video be up, give me like a day or two in part. Episode 2 should be up, and then I'm gonna do episode 3. Episode 2 and episode 3 is gonna be up right back behind each other. Like when this video goes up, episode 1, it might take a while for it may give me like a day or two to get episode 2 up. But after I get 2 and 3 gonna go up at right back behind each other. Then it's weird how this show comes out. Like I live in Georgia. So for me, this show comes out at 3 a.m. for me. And most of the time when I know this show come out, I stay up until 3 to try to watch it so I can hurry up and get this video out. Cause it's come out on California time, I guess. So it don't come out for 12 of us. It come out at 3, which for 3 a.m. is 12 is in California. You get what I'm saying? But that's all I got for this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and it's gonna be a series. So it's gonna be like a series on my channel. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Marianoarmani. If you want me to write any more shows, DM me on Instagram and tell me at Mariano.Armani, Mariano.Armani, ARMANI. Like, comment, subscribe, and see you in the next one. I'm out.
Couldn't wait to smash it. I had to double up on the profit. I couldn't wait to test it. They say, Root, you're a superstar. Why the hell you stinking at me?